up, fellas? All right, so we have this 2019 pressure on there. It's kind of interesting. Ford Escape. It's got the 2.0 turbocharged engine, and this customer tried to do, they attempted to do spark plugs themselves, and they had it towed in because they broke something on it, which I found out what they broke. And then they asked us to find out what's leaking coolant, so they must have broke a couple things, or it's leaking. They're trying to fix it. I'm not sure. They're pretty vague about it, to be honest with you. But I show this to you right here. This is a pretty common spot that I see a lot of people break. So there's this air intake right here. Okay, there's a nipple that goes on right here, and this hose goes to it. I see this hose break all the time. They broke this nipple. We're basically gonna go behind them and see, what coolant's actually leaking from. Let's get an answer on that. We've already sent a quote in to fix the hose and do plugs for them. I have no idea we're gonna find here though. It's kind of strange. See here, 21 PSI. Let's see if it holds. She's holding. It's not a massive leak. If it is a leak, it's not huge. I'm gonna put her just above 20. See if she holds here. Yeah, she's just above 20. So whenever you bring in someone's work, or you're going behind someone's work because they broke something, you gotta be very careful. You need to document a lot of stuff, honestly. Of course, you don't know what they broke, so you don't want to be responsible for it. But right now, you can see this gauge. She's pumping, holding. She's not falling. Typically, if you had a big leak, you wouldn't even pump up pressure. But if anything, it's going to be a small leak. Not sure. Just looking for evidence of something leaking. Let's go underneath it and take a look. She's dry. Well, one thing to do is, what we'll do is keep this attached to the car. We'll keep it pressurized on the car. I don't like to put a lot of pressure on that. We'll just keep it pressurized. I'll go ahead and I'll let you film me, and we'll tear this apart and kind of go from there. So this is the little turbocharged. I don't recommend the turbo motors on these. The non-turbos are very reliable. Turbocharged ones, not so much. A lot of problems with the engines. A lot of problems with the engines on these cars. Like I said, we get people coming all the time asking about, because they're a great car for your kids. We always refer them, get the natural aspirated engine. They last longer. They're actually pretty good, to be honest with you. You need to service the transmission in these cars. They use that piss poor fluid, and that fluid breaks down very, very quickly. And that converter gets overworked and it slips and causes all kinds of problems. The pump, use that filter, which is internal, gets clogged up, and you lose prime to the pump itself, and then you end up ruining the transmission. All right, so we might as well just do a video how to change out the spark plugs on this 2.0 liter Ford, which is very, very simple. So there's a couple things. There's going to be an air box here that someone already took out, so we'll get to that in a little bit. But there's a bunch of hoses, which we'll get after. But these little clips right here, which tie this little piece right here together, I popped all these off. And if you get a screwdriver or pick in there and pry them out, that's all you need to do. So looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So yeah, there's 8 total. And then I like to spray off the top of the engine off. All right, so we'll leave this out for a little bit. You don't need a lot of tools on this. It's not terribly hard. I'll show you how to put the arms back on, because if you don't put the arms on right, they'll end up wonky on the windshield there. So we're gonna take this off first, this cowling here, okay? So I got the clips out, and then we're gonna pop off the covers for the wiper arms, okay? And if you get a good impact with a 15 on it, just bust those nuts right off there, okay? Gotta bust the nut, boys. All right, we're busting nuts over here, guys. All right, those are off right there. Easy, easy peasy. Easy peasy, boys. All right. So you get them off, you're just gonna rock it back and forth, and they'll come right off, okay? All right, there's actually, I'll have to push this hood back a little further. There's actually identification marks. If you look right here, see this right here? Can you see that on video? That right there? Okay, that's where the wiper blades sit on top of, okay? Upper one's for driver, the lower one's for the passenger, so FYI, okay? So what I do is these are just a press tamper fit. So you just kind of grab it and you lift up and down and it will break the bond of it eventually. Okay, just like so. All right, that's the easy part, right? So now, there's just clips that go through here, that clip in. Just lift up and pop the clips out, okay? Like so. All right, same thing, lift up, okay? Once those clips are out of there, slide out toward the front of the vehicle, like so, lift up, okay? These are those clips I was talking about right here. So. All right, now we're gonna get this cowling off here. We're gonna undo these. These are I think they're T15 or 20. I don't know exactly. I think they're 20, but a couple of these off. They're just hand tight. Okay. Just let this hang there. It's not gonna go anywhere. Now you're gonna need a 10 millimeter. Okay. Give me a little extension on here. That one right there. Okay. So be one more right here. That's one more right here. Okay. That's gonna be 4 total. This one is missing one over here. Oh, there it is. They broke it. Great. Okay, so that one's been broke before, it looks like, so it's not even attached. Up, slide up under like so. There she be. This piece has been broken for some time, as you can see. That's why there's not a 4th bolt for me. There should be 4 bolts, but there's only 3. All right, so now we've exposed this area quite a bit. So, just use a bungee cord to keep this out of the way. Just gonna keep it up out of the way and dress it. Cool, nothing crazy, it's not real tight. All right, so this hose here, which goes to your vacuum pump, just gonna pop it off there. They've done some of this already. They have this. This is probably the purge boat hose. They took it off, and this one they broke, okay? As you can see here, and then this one here, we'll just take off with our fingers. Well, a little tighter than I thought, so I don't want to break. Well, it doesn't matter if I break it because we're getting a whole new one, but we'll just slide it off there. There should be. All right, she's off. All right, so they've already done us a favor. And they took an air box out. So we're just gonna pop off this IAT sensor. We're gonna pop off the electrical connector going to it, like so. This is already off. We can put this back here, honestly, so it's out of the way, like so. All right, so this here, they've took one bolt off, another bolt, But really it's this small little piece here we need to separate from right here. We don't need to take this off. It's just this little piece right here. So we'll zip that off there real fast. It's either gonna be a 7 or 8. So it's a 7. Okay. Get you a 7 here. Loosen it up. I'm gonna hit my head probably 6 times in this freaking hood. This freaking thing sticks out a mile. Look at that. All right, so I'm just gonna separate this ducting here. This is a piece that they broke. They broke it right here. All right, so that's out of the way. I want to take a peek at this, make sure there's no rocks or anything that fell down. Oh, there's a to my surprise, they broke the socket. Okay. All right, there's actually a socket in there. Take a look at this. Look, I don't know if you can see in there or not. Look inside that cylinder. Yeah, see that socket in there? Huh. All right, what are we gonna find here? I had no idea about that. I'm surprised just as much as you are, so. This hood, dude. I'm gonna hit my head like 8 times this stupid thing. I don't know if it's just loose or what, but it's coming out, it looks like, which is a great sign. Maybe, it's hard to say, honest to God truth. They snapped it off in there, or what? Yeah, I think it's stuck. I don't know what's going on. All right, got it out of there. This is their socket here. It's been there for a while. You can tell they're original. You can see this big old Corona stain that's on there. It's been there for a long time. Not sure the mileage on this thing. I haven't looked. I'm sure it's over 120 plus. Cool. All right. I do need my spark plugs. I hope the girls went to go pick those up. All right, so we're gonna hit her head another 8 times on the stupid hood. All right, we're just gonna flip the cools over here. Are these a 10 or 8? Well, they're an 8. All right, so you need 8, deep 8 to get off these coil studs. So we kind of need a ratchet. The impact's a little bit too much. We'll get you a small little extension on there also. So you don't have to take that one off. I got me a wobble. So it should get there no problem. Just like so. Okay. It worked out great. I don't even take the coil wires off. There's no need to do that. So just flip them over, just like so. That's all you really need to do, honestly. You don't need to unplug it. Okay. Kind of organizing everything right now. I'm gonna punch this hood, dude. All right. So this car is not hot, so I'm not afraid of just busting these out of here with the impact. You do what you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable with. You do you, but if it's stinking hot, they tell you not to. I never had a problem, but all right, they're out. So 4 plugs total. All right, so I need to get some more plugs, find out where they're at. This pressure is not dropping, which is, could be a couple things. Usually a radiator or water pump will leak under certain conditions sometimes. So let's go look for signs of coolant. I don't see any signs of coolant anywhere. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm comfortable that it's tight. I'll fill this up. Maybe they just got low on coolant. There's so many ways I don't know. I have no idea. I can always speculate. There's no data to back up the leak yet. So I think the best thing to do is fill it with coolant, run it through the cycle a couple times, see if it leaks anything. So, all right, boys, we're gonna go back. Got some 4 genuine spark plugs. Let's do this. All right, so as you notice, no anti-seize, guys. Stop using the anti-seize in these plugs. They're not needed. They're already coated with a special coating on the spark plugs. That's why it's so shiny, so they don't stick to the head. It's used to prevent this socket or the spark plug getting sucked because of dissimilar metals. Like I said, no anti-seize needed or recommended. That's for sure. All right, I mean, this is experience to me, guys. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing, but I've done this long enough and know how it feels. I know how to do it. Very comfortable doing it this way. So, if you want to start it by hand, feel free and crack your damn head like me, maybe 5 seconds. All right. I'm not gonna be able to go back with this because I'm waiting for that air box to come in. All right, we're back on it, boys. We got our intake tube in right here, which does come with the air intake sensor. So, all right, we'll get back on it. She's been outside, it's been raining, so. This customer here is high maintenance, we'll put it that way. She's checking on her car every half hour, you know. All right, I'm just gonna connect the hose pipe back on. Get that on there. Let's go ahead and get these bolts started for it. A couple of screws. I want to leave these loose a little bit for a reason, so I can manipulate this. All right, so all right, there we go. Let's get these on here. That's one they broke. This is one that was, let me put this on here for it. Okay. All right, she's on. All right, I do know these are loose, and that is loose on purpose, okay? There's a reason behind the madness. I'm just check it over, make sure there's nothing else that I didn't unplug, so I can go back with. So, like I said, I didn't start this job, I'm just finishing it. So, like this stuff here goes back there. Okay, I'm gonna find out where this air box is. Let's finish it up, boys. All right, a lot of these times, and I'm missing the screws for them, there's not a single screw, I have to find it. These screws, someone went too tight and they crack them. Like you can see here, it's cracked. And it strips out this, so the air box lid doesn't fit properly. And that's already the case. These are all split and I didn't do any of that. So, all right, well, I'll put this grommet back where it goes. Okay. All right, put the grommet back in right there. All right. This piece goes right there. I usually unwrap this to give me some room and pull that to the side like so. That's what I usually do, give me some room to work in there. But I'm gonna get some lube here. All right. Sounds good. We got her there. Now, just want to make sure this thing goes in the right spot and it's all the way. Ford did no favors with this one. They gave you like absolutely no freaking room to do this. There should be one more grommet, which I see it down here, and it is ripped. So I didn't do that, obviously, but this grommet's completely torn apart right here. So, which I'll show you. So this thing's it's no good no more. So Try to pop it in maybe, so that's something to go to. Okay, it's in there, but am I happy with it? No. Somebody destroyed it. So, all right. So we got to. You're dealing with plastic, so you can only bend stuff so much. You got to be really careful with it. So use common sense here, guys. Okay. It's so easy to break this stuff. So easy. What I'm trying to do is line up the 3 dowels on the air box. Make sure I'm in position. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. This piece of crap is supposed to be down further. Should be another box here, but what's up with this thing? This can't be in the right spot. That's not right. So that goes there and screws it, obviously, but this thing's in the way here. Well, just got to figure it out. That's all you can do, guys. Just figure it out. Nothing's lining up at all. Get a screw in there. It looks like a 7. Let's see here. It's an 8. All right. So what I want to do is line up this screws into the housing. Golly, and it's not sitting very well. It's like terrible. I don't use a gun to suck it. I go with it, gets really close. That's it. Don't go any farther. It's so easy. It is so easy to strip this plastic out, guys. And once you strip it out, it's over. So I'll get my little ratchet here. And once it touches, that's all you need. Just a touch. Just a touch. That's it. It's touched. On both of them touched. All right. So now let's put this back on here. This bad boy. This bad boy. There. We're in. All right. Now this air filter here. Some of these have alignment, some don't, I guess. Okay. Goes on this box. See how I have it in? It slides in place between the 2 pieces of plastic and sits on there. If you don't have it like that, it's not going to go in right. I promise you. The lid won't fit. You're having trouble putting that lid back on. Alright, so now we got to get this back in. This thing right here. Alright, so the best way to do this is we're going to lift up this box that was popped in there. We're going to shove this back underneath, okay? Pop this back on, okay? And that gives us what we need to do here. And we'll put this other tube on also. Okay. All right. This goes underneath here, like so. Okay. And this here just goes under and wraps it. That's it. That's how it should be. That's how it should be right there. And then I'll make sure this box gets pushed back down where she goes. This whole thing's a piece of crap. Just plastic garbage. So, all right, now for the lid. Screws are on here, which is good. I got the box on, sorry I get interrupted there. The box is on. Like I said, you're gonna have to massage this box. It does not fit very well, I'll be honest with you. Line up the best you can and start putting your bolts in. Like I said, the bolts need to go into it, just touches, nothing more than touch. Like that one's touched, it actually feels good. That one feels good, just that one's stripped, okay? So, that one's stripped out too. They're going in, but they're just stripped out. Okay, it's on there, it's tight. It's just plastic, so we don't want it over tighten it, which some already did, so I can't bring that back, obviously, so. All right, now we got that in place, okay? I'm gonna then secure these and then this right here at the very end, okay? All right. They're an 8mm. I'll just go with it. It touches. That's all we need to do. All right, that's the 7, which is forged. Just want to be different, I guess. That's it. It touches. We're good. All the hose clamps on there. All looks good. No issues. Looks nice. All right, now let's start putting the cowling back on this thing here. Okay. And if you're doing a battery, I mean, you have to take this cowling off of this battery, make it easy. So, all right, let's go back. These tabs point out with its 2 bolts. It slides underneath this cowling, okay, guys? And just line it up right there. It pops into place. You have 2 mounting screws here to here. That's it. I'm gonna make sure this side over here is good. Okay, and this one, don't forget they broke that piece there, so I don't have that. I'm using these. I don't want to break because they broke that last time. I don't want to be breaking this plastic. So it's got cracks, and you can see here. Look, it's cracked already. So I'm just being easy on it. I don't want to just zip it down there and crack it. All right, put the screws back on right here. All right, you got your 2 torque screws. All right, so we're going back with this. All these do is line it up, then you push all these through to clip it in. They clip in right here, all along here, okay? There's one on this side also. So line it up. I'm all lined up here. Should be it right there. Just start going down. Of course, we're doing it with plastic, so it's been on there for a long time. This stuff warps. I need to make sure these things are clipped in all right. Now, these are all good. They're all in there. This is just... I've hit my head in this thing so many freaking times. Anyways, what's going on here is this is warped. This is just warped, so it's not having a very good seal. Just the plastic's warping, that's it. Everything's clipped in, I made sure of that, okay? All right, so you put these clips on, there's 8 of them. They just push through, there's nothing special here, guys. And then we'll do the next thing, we'll put the wipers on, which I'm gonna show you what to do with that. A lot of times I work on these cars, I'm missing several of these clips, so don't be surprised if you're working on these and this clip's missing. It's pretty common, actually. All right, so we're in place. The next step is very, very important. Here we go. So we're fixing to put the wiper arms back on, okay? Remember the driver's side's up here, okay, on the markings, and the passenger side's down here, okay? I got my bolts, I got my cap cover for both sides over here. I got my to 15 and my gun impact to zip it on. So what's important is you have to put this in a neutral position, the arms. To do that is you turn the key on and you hit up, let the wiper arms swipe, and when they stop, you can do it. All right, we're in the car. We have the ignition on, and the wiper arm, okay, the lever for it, you're gonna hit down 1 time. It's gonna spin the motor, and it's gonna reset to the neutral position. I'll show you what it looks like. Let's come out here. See that? Once it stops, leave the key on, okay? Set your arm in place, okay? And put it right where you want it at, okay? Get your arm shifted. It should be right in this spot right here, right in the middle of it, right there. See that? See the little spot? That's right in the middle, just like so. All right, here we go. We're gonna just pop it on there. We're good, okay? And do the same thing on this other side. Line it up. Like so, right in the middle there. All right, same thing. All right, there we go. I use impact because it gets it just enough tight. I didn't mark all this, somebody else marked it, which marking it won't help you, I can promise you that, okay? All right, they're on there. I will top off fix this coolant level. All right, let's see what we got here. Here we go. They're a little wild, aren't they? I want to make sure it's tight. I'm going to hit them just a little bit, make sure they're tight. There's a press fit. These are a press fit, and the nut sucks it down. It's a taper mechanical weld type of deal. I want to make sure they're on there tight. But yeah, the wipers look fine. Look good. They're not messing up. So I'm just going to warm it up, check codes, erase the codes that's in there, and then make sure the coolant level's good, and we're good with it. So that's pretty much this video, guys. Hope you liked it. See my head get hit 15 times, getting frustrated on this hood. Hopefully, any comments, put them below. Till next one, see ya.